Hi everyone. I got out of like a 3 hour coaching marathon, and I got to tell you, I am revved up. I am so jazzed right now. And there was something that came out of the coaching today that I wanted to talk to you guys about because I think it's one of the biggest things that I coach on, and that's this idea of like really battling the financial anxiety. Am I earning enough? Do I need to take another client? Am I full? How do I meet my financial needs? What are my financial goals? All that stuff. And I wanted to share with you guys this idea of a good, better, best, right? So when I'm thinking about my financial goals, I'm not just thinking about one number. And I think for a lot of us, we think about the one number. And if we're not meeting that one number and we don't meet it this week, or we don't meet it this month, or we don't meet it this year, like specifically the weeks and the months, right? If we're not earning what we think we need to earn this month, then we might freak out. The thing is that we might not have actually well defined that very well. And so when we don't define our financial needs and goals, both the needs and the wants, clearly with numbers, then we can have these freak out moments where we might slide our scale when we told ourselves weren't going to. We might take on an extra client when maybe we didn't need to. And so being able to define what your good, better, best numbers are can actually ease some of that financial anxiety. I like to define them based on this idea of good is minimum income needed to be okay, whatever okay means for you, right? My bills are paid, I've got food on the table, I don't have to cancel any of my subscriptions or whatever this month, and I don't need to freak out and take on a new client when I don't, or take on a reduced fee client because I have this opening. Better is like my comfort zone. It's where I really like to be. It's cozy. I can pay for some extra stuff. I'm saving for my retirement. Like I've defined it in certain ways. Best is like my best life. That is like the top end of my goal for the year or my goal for the month. Now, why is this important? Because when we are building a balanced practice, when we are thinking about how do I build my practice in a way that takes care of my well being, one of the biggest enemies to building a balanced practice is these freak out moments, right? We freak the F out if we have an opening for too long, or if we have more than one opening for too long. But or if our income for 1 month is dropped lower than the past 3 months. Now, what we're not comparing that against are real numbers that we have defined as being okay. So I might have an opening in my practice for an extended period of time, and this has happened to me a few times in the past few years, where I'm looking at my good number and am I still meeting my good number? Am I still okay? Do I need to take any drastic measures to keep myself out of financial ruin? And the answer is no, I don't. When we make decisions about our business out of emotion, we often are working against the data and the plans that we've created for balance. So, in order to have the balanced practice where you are taking care of your well being, have financial markers about when you will make certain decisions in your business, and have plans attached to those numbers so that when something dips or when something goes different than you expected, or when your income is lower 1 month than it has been for the last 3 months, you have something that you can refer to that can ground you. In that grounding, you are able to make data-based decisions about your business, and that is going to support your balanced practice. That is going to support you making decisions that are going to keep you well, rather than put you in a position where you're seeing too many clients at too low a fee or in a way that doesn't feel good, right? And let me just caveat this too. I'm not talking about if you're in a financial unstable position. I'm talking about when you are in in a stable place and you have clear financial markers, and you're able to make those decisions. Now, if you get into a financially unstable place, that's when you know that you need to make a different decision. And because you've done these numbers and because you know what these numbers are, you already have plans in place to adjust for that, right? I know that if I make below a certain amount for some number of months in a row, I have a backup plan. I know what steps I'm going to take to rectify that. And I trust that they're going to work, and I trust that I will be okay. Will I like it? No. Is it ideal? No. But I also believe that I have a backup plan that will make it okay for me, and that I won't go under, and that I can recover from. And so I just want to encourage you to think about, when you are looking at your business finances and your markers, to think about a good, better, best goal for your income, both on a annual basis, but also on a monthly basis. And then consider, what are the steps that you will take if you fall below those goals, if any, and how can that help ease your anxiety the when the natural ebb and flow and fluctuations of private practice happen. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think about this, or what that might look like for you. All right, have a great day.